How to skyrocket your social skills. The younger version of me used to always struggle in like social interactions, couldn't hold eye contact with my friends, let alone girls, couldn't didn't really understand where I'd like have to put my hands in just like social group settings. Would always just feel awkward, didn't really know anything about like body language. I really just lacked the education and like you don't really get taught this type of stuff in school. You get taught, oh yeah, keep good eye contact, do this, do that, but it never really helped me. At the time, like younger me would come home, watch like a bunch of social skills YouTube videos, but like they never motivated me to take action. The advice they gave was honestly pretty shit. Like, oh, just be yourself. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? I wasn't even happy with who I was, so why would I try to be myself? Fast forward now to 2024, I feel like I've improved my social skills so much in all areas. Eye contact, body language, my ability to like structure and spit out sentences and conversations has improved drastically. I just can't wait to share all the lessons and learnings I've learned in this quick little 4-year period. And hopefully by the end of this video, you're a whole lot more motivated to take action and implement these learnings you've just learned. First off, why should you listen to me? Well, my name is Adrian. I've been training in the gym for 6+ years. I've experienced what it's like to have both poor and pretty good social skills. I can assure you one is a lot better than the other. It feels purposeful for me to help others strive for improvement in all areas of self-development. Finally, I'm proud of the progress I've made in my journey and feel like sharing it with you will only help accelerate your very own progress. Quick plug, I'm currently doing one-on-one coaching calls. These calls are designed to help young men improve their confidence through tailored self-improvement strategies, specifically focuses on identifying your current challenges, setting actionable goals, and providing practical advice to boost your self-confidence. The link's in the description for those of you who are interested. Finally, make sure to subscribe to this channel to get these full-length educational guides more often on your homepage instead of the shitty clickbait entertainment videos you're so used to watching every night, which you don't learn a thing, leaves you feeling like, why the hell did I waste my time watching that? Subscribe to this channel, just purely educational content. My promise to you is that at the end of this video, you'll not only learn what drastically helped me improve my social skills, but you'll feel more motivated to take action and become equipped with the education needed to implement these learnings in your own life. So there's 3 parts of this video. 1, cut off negative influences. 2, set goals. And 3, social flow state. Number 1, cut off negative influences. Realize that it's better to be alone than with these negative people. This is something I wish I learned a whole lot earlier in my self-improvement journey. It's something which really holded back my progress, holded back my social skills, and just prevented me from like trying to become a better version in the quickest amount of time possible. See, when I started going to the gym, when I started to try become productive, when I started to read books, when I slowly started to just eat healthy, just try to implement as much like good healthy habits as I could. During this period, during when I was learning, during when I was improving, I was still hanging out with my old group of friends who, nothing against them, but at the time, they didn't really have like the same similar goals as me. So at times, I didn't want to offend them. I didn't want to piss them off. I always wanted to keep them happy. So I'd go to the gym, let's say Monday to Friday, but as soon as the weekend would roll around, I'd feel like I always have to like keep them happy and just see them and hang out with them and engage in bad habits as they were, like drinking alcohol, as you can see in these pictures. I'd grind Monday to Friday, try be as productive as I could, go gym Monday, Friday, eat healthy. And as soon as the weekend would roll around, I'd fucking engage in these bad habits, drinking alcohol, staying up late, going out and just wasting my money, shit like that, which, yeah, you can say I'm being social and, oh, that's improving my social skills. But in reality, it's not really, because it took me years, I'm saying years, it took me years to realize there's actually other people who share similar interests with me, and I can have much more like intellectual, meaningful conversations with them. And think about it. If you're on self-improvement and you're hanging out with like these people who don't really relate to you, it's like you're playing a video game with not the right tools, right? You're not giving yourself the best chance to win. You're not giving yourself the best chance to be better socially, to improve your social skills. See, when I was hanging out with these people, I thought I was like really introverted and I was quiet in these group settings, but the reality is I was quiet because we didn't relate. I was quiet because we didn't share similar interests and they didn't really benefit my own life. If I was to talk to them about, oh, I just hit this gym PR, they'll be like, bro, shut the fuck up. Drink this alcohol. Get drinking. What are you doing talking about gym? Shit starts to clash. You don't really relate. And if you want to improve your social skills, you have to realize that by hanging out with these negative influences, they're not promoting you in any way. This is the harsh truth of self-improvement. You have to eliminate these old friends who are just don't really align with you becoming a better person. I'm not saying you have to be a prick to them. No, still be nice to them. If they text you out of the blue, okay, reply to them. You don't have to cut them off completely, but realize the more you hang out with them, the more you're stunting your own growth, the more you're reducing your own social skills. Because when you hang out with people who comfort you, who keep you in the same position, what makes you think you're going to seek other high value people? The whole self improvement thing is about constantly growing. When you want to become better, what makes you think you're going to do what's hard when you have the easy, comforting option right there with your old group of friends, your old friends who drink every weekend? It's the same thing with video games. What makes you think you're going to progress in the real world if you have the comforting option that's right there? Playing video games, progressing in Call of Duty, winning bloody, getting that competition thrill in like sports games like NBA 2K, FIFA, etc. That's like what I was heavily addicted to. Realize if you want to improve your social skills and start to attract and speak to higher value people, you have to either reduce or cut off these crabs, these things which are just holding your potential back. Because let's be real, the reason you're watching this video, you know the answer to why your social skills probably suck. You know the answer. You know what you have to do. You have to cut off these negative influences, these influences who make you feel like shit, who destroy your confidence, who honestly, you don't really have the most like intellectual conversations with them. And now you're probably saying to yourself, "Oh, I don't want to cut them off. I can try save them. I can put them on self-improvement. I can save them." Realize you can't put your current friends on self-improvement. I'd waste hours, days, weeks in my friend in like the big group chats with my friends, telling them whatever I'd learn at the time. Like let's say when I first found out about how good cold showers are for you, when I first learned about NoFap, I'd see the rewards and benefits within myself. So the smart thing for me to do would be, oh boys, start doing this. It's so good for you. Start eating healthy. Start doing this at the gym. Start having cold shower. They take the piss out of you, bro. You can't save your friends. They have to go through their own trials and tribulations for them to start improving themselves. And it does make a lot of sense because when I was younger, when my dad would tell me, oh, start doing this to become fitter, start eating this, did I listen to him? Fuck no. I didn't listen to my own fucking parents. What makes me think I'll listen? What makes my friends think? What makes my friends think they're gonna listen to me? I didn't listen to my parents when I was like in my degen stage, when I just didn't have the awareness. It just comes down to yourself. You can only listen. You can only change through your own trials and tribulations. I had to go through this period of time where I said to myself, I've had enough of this shit. That's when I wanted to change. When I had enough of how I looked in them, when I just couldn't stand how I looked in the mirror, when I just hated how low my confidence was, when I just hated how shit my social skills were. You got to change. Nothing can help you. No one can save you other than yourself. No one. So say to yourself, you can't put your current friends on self-improvement. Maybe there's one friend you can save so you guys can grow together and you can improve your social skills together, get PRs together, etc. But it's really unlikely. He might stay consistent for a couple weeks, but then he's just going to let it go, bro. He'll forget about it. He'll forget about what the fuck you ever told him. He's already going to be back on his video game console playing this game with his with the current group of friends and just completely forgetting about whatever the fuck you spent all those hours on trying to help him with. Don't waste your time. Realize if you want to improve your social skills and you want to cut off these negative influences, you have to go through a period of loneliness. It's non-negotiable. This is what I had to go through in 2021, 2022, even a bit of 2023. Don't get me wrong, I didn't just go from seeing my friends 7 times a week to 0 instantly. It was a slow and steady progress of like slowly trying to reduce the time and just switching that to spending more time on improving myself, spending more time on reading books, spending more time on not skipping a gym workout, spending more time on educating myself with content like this. It's why most people don't do what's hard. It's why most people don't bother with self-improvement because, bro, who likes being lonely? Lonely is probably the worst emotions you can feel as a guy. I know for me, it fucking sucked. But there's always light at the end of the tunnel. You're always going to become a better version when you can push yourself through these tough, dark times. I know it sounds cliche. You've probably heard or seen TikToks like this before. Oh, go through your monk mode period. Oh, go through your winter arc. Don't talk to anyone. But if you can be aware of, I'm not going to hang out with these negative influences. I'm just going to improve myself like dead ass seriously. I'm just going to focus on myself. Then, bro, yeah, it might actually work. Then guess what? Then you might actually, when you become a better version of yourself, then you might actually start to attract these higher value people, these people who share more similar interests with you. Oh, now you have more friends at the gym because they see you've been working hard. They see you've been locked in. See what I mean? But if these higher value people see that you're hanging out with video gamers, see that you're being a degenerate every single weekend, bro, look from their point of view. Are they really going to be friends with you? Do they really want to hang out with you socially? Do they really want to be seen with you socially? Probably not. So the main topic of this video, how do I skyrocket my social skills? The first most vital, important step is not what you have to do. It's what you don't have to do. You have to just not do anything. You have to not hang out with these negative influences. So there's no, oh, you got to do this habit, you got to do this habit. You got to have cold showers to improve your social skills. You got to do no, you don't have to do anything. You have to cut off these negative influences. Lay back, stay in your room, grind, do the hard work, and realize you're going to come out of that a whole lot more of a better person. It's really tough, but if it was easy, most guys would do it, and self-improvement's tough. No, the reason that you're watching this video, you're already making a whole lot more progress compared to other people, right? It's really tough, but realize that if it was easy, everyone would do it. And why it's the reason that it's hard gives it value. The reason why you're watching this video is because it's valuable. How do I skyrocket my social skills? We all know the no, we don't. Realize that you have to cut off these things that are holding you back, or else you're just going to remain the same. It's like me when I was addicted to video games. I wasn't going to try progress in the real world if I was playing video games 7, 8 hours a day. Fuck no. You have to cut off these habits or people who are just holding and limiting your current potential. Number 2, set goals. Failing to plan is planning to fail. So let's say you've now started off reducing your time spent with like your old group of friends. You're going through this period of like alone time, okay, but you want to like make progress. You want to start meeting new people. How do you actually do that? Well, believe it or not, what really helped me with trying to improve my social skills and like trying to force myself to do some sort of hard task like cold approach, talk to a stranger, etc., was you have to set goals. If you don't set goals, what makes you think you're going to force yourself to do something or stick to something in the long term? When I know for me, when I said, oh, I want to improve my social skills, I want to start talking to strangers more often, but I didn't set goals, I would just have this crazy brain fog and no desire to improve, no desire to accomplish what I said I wanted to do. Whereas when I got a whiteboard from, let's say, the supermarket, a $5 whiteboard, and I wrote down, I'm going to speak to one new person a week. When I physically wrote that down on a whiteboard, had it in my room, and I was aware of it every single day, I'm probably going to be a whole lot more likely to take action. I'm probably going to be a whole lot more likely to accomplish it compared to the version of me who didn't write down goals, who would say and watch videos like this, saying, oh, this is what you have to do to improve your social skills. But then I would roll by, forget I even posted this video in the first place and wouldn't take action. If you're watching this video, I can guarantee I was in the same cycle as you were. Younger Adrian would watch hundreds and thousands of videos like this, but wouldn't do anything about it. The fact that I'd watch these videos would feel like I'm accomplishing something, would feel like I'm making progress, would feel like I'm progressing. It'd be like that mental masturbation. It'd feel like, oh, I've watched this video. I know how to improve my social skills now. I'm just going to lay back and I might do it next week. Weeks would roll by, months would roll by, would never take action, would go back on YouTube and would find a recommended video just like this. I would never take action. It wasn't until I started setting goals. I've made a couple of videos about like how to set goals efficiently and effectively, so go suss them out on my channel. I'll link them in the description. But realize if you don't know how to set goals to improve your social skills, are you really going to do what's hard? So you see all these crappy self-improvement videos about, oh, this is how you improve your social skills. Do nofap, do cold showers, do this, do this, do that. But you never actually take action. I want you to take action. I want you to become a better version of yourself after watching this video. So get a whiteboard, write down the most easiest level 1 goal. Most people fuck up and make their goals. Okay, I'm going to speak to 3 girls at the gym this week. Bro, that's like a level 100 goal. What the? You're not going to fucking accomplish that if you're watching videos like this. It's just the harsh truth. And this is something I'd do. I'd write down, okay, let's speak to 3 girls at school. Would I do it? Fuck no. Couldn't even speak to a random guy. What makes me think I'm going to speak to girls? That's like level 100 of a video game. Start small. You want to progress. It's like gym. I didn't walk into the gym for the first time and expect to bench 100 kilos. No shit. I'd tear my pec. I'd crush my skull. Start small. So it's like me in this picture. I did a speech for my friend's 21st. And at the time, when I was to think about this sort of event like 3 years ago, I used to always think, how the fuck am I going to do speeches at my mate's 21st? That's what I'd say to myself when I was 18. Believe it or not, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. It's just a matter of making progress and accomplishing earlier levels in the video game. You have to make progress somehow. So start small. Say to yourself, I'm going to speak to one person at the gym. One guy, I'm just going to say a question. I'm going to ask him for advice. I'm just going to spit something out to him. And you'll find that when you can set these really easy accomplishable goals, once you can tick that box, what's next? What's the next level in the video game? Probably a bit harder difficulty. I'm going to challenge myself to speak to 3 new guys at the gym. A week goes by, you accomplish that. Holy shit, I'm getting the hang of this now. I'm going to speak to 1 girl this month at the gym. I have a month to do it. If I don't do it, there's some sort of penalty. You've just given that self-accountability within yourself. Or maybe you have a friend and you can pay him for accountability. So you say to your friend, if I don't do this, I'm going to give you this $100 note. If I don't do this at the end of the month, you can keep it. Now that's a pretty insane extent, but accountability is everything. And if you don't have that self-accountability within yourself, you're not setting goals. You're never going to take action to try your best to improve your social skills. Because social skills is something which you can have your brain on autopilot and just say to yourself, oh, I'll try work on it later. Before you know it, the year's done. Another year, you're in the same position as where you were previously. You didn't progress at all. Have that self-accountability within yourself. Set goals, accomplish them, and try plan out bigger goals for you to just continuously progress in as a masculine guy. Number three, social flow state. Cold approach a girl is the end goal. Cold approach a girl is the end goal. Warm yourself up gets you into the flow state. I've made videos about how to get into your flow state, like to the best of your ability. But pretty much your flow state is when you're in that period of time where you don't think about anything else in the world. You're just like locked in. You're not getting any overthinking, anxious thoughts. You just feel so purposeful and fulfilled with what you're currently doing. It's like when you're at the gym and you have your headphones on and you've just blocked out all the outside noise, okay? So you're just locked in on your workout and you feel so good. You can experience the same thing socially. Think of it as like when you walk into a party for the first time. Bit nervous, right? Your confidence isn't the highest as compared to, let's say, as halfway through the party or even at the end of the party where you feel a lot more comfortable and confident because you've gotten used to the environment. We all as human beings, our confidence always fluctuates. You can't just have constant high confidence, right? You can't just constantly have high confidence 24/7. It's just normal. It's kind of like this, but you can set the baseline higher. It's like me. I'm human. I'm not perfect. I'm just because I make these videos and think I'm all high and almighty. No, I'm not shit, bro. I understand I'm not shit. I understand personally my ego and confidence constantly fluctuates. There's times where I don't want to make videos like this. I feel low confident. I'm like, oh, I don't want to make a video. It's too hard. My confidence isn't high today. But I just do it anyway. There's times where there's so many times where I'll go to like a social event and my confidence is low. And I didn't really know how I'd like have to build it up in this like 3 hour event. What do I do? How do I start speaking to guys, girls, etc.? The blueprint is this. If you have some sort of party coming up, whether it be your 18th birthday, 21st, whatever, if you're in the older age bracket, whatever, you have to start small and warm yourself up. So, how do you get into this social flow state? How do I get into my flow state in the gym? I warm myself up, right? I prime myself for the workout. How do I warm myself up and get in the flow state socially? Start speaking to people you know. Level one, you rock up to the event. You want to be the guy of the party. You want to dominate this social circle. You have to start small. So let's say your confidence is kind of low. You rock up, blah blah blah. What do? What's stopping you from speaking to a couple of people you know? That doesn't take any discipline. Okay, speak to your current friends, dab them up, blah blah blah, all done. Confidence has just been boosted by like 5%. Nothing crazy because you already know these people. You speak to them like every day. You text them every day, blah blah blah. Next step is, okay, I'm going to try speak to one guy who I know, but we have like not really a close relationship. Okay, you speak to him. Maybe you've spoke to him at a couple other parties before, but you're not that close with him. Now your confidence is increased even more. Now you're slowly starting to get into a bit of a flow. Now you're seeing people like, oh yeah, oh yeah, I know you, and maybe this guy starts introducing you to his friends, and now before you know it, you're getting into that flow state. Now you're speaking to 5 guys in a social circle you've never spoken to before. Now your confidence is high. Now you want to cold approach a girl at this party because you think she's attractive. See what I mean? This is the blueprint to getting into your social flow state. I don't think I've seen any videos speaking about this. And I know for me, this is something I didn't really know about or like didn't really have the education of like how can I increase my confidence at these like social events, because think of it as when there's a new event coming up the weekend, think of it as you're always on level one and you have to try your best to build that confidence back up to get into your flow state. You might be thinking this sounds stupid, but trust me, from my personal experience, this is where I've seen the most results and progress with like cold approaching girls and stuff like that, which is probably why you're watching this video. You want to improve your social skills so you can start speaking to girls. As I just said before, speaking to a girl is like level 100. So to get to level 100 socially in like an event, you have to warm yourself up. You have to do the easy stuff to do the hard stuff. You're not going to be able to do level 100 if you don't do level 1. Okay? This is my best advice. Try your best and have the understanding that I'm going to get into my social flow state because I know when I get the ball rolling, I can fucking do anything. I feel like Superman. I can do speeches at 21st. I can speak to girls at birthdays. You have to prime yourself. Flow state is everything. And when you're in that flow state, nothing can stop you, bro. You're not going to get these anxious thoughts as you once did. Nothing's going to phase you. Your confidence is going to be through the roof. The more you can start to be aware of how to get yourself into your flow state. It's like me with making videos. I'm the same. When I like start recording, I'm not in my flow state because I've just woken up. It's 6 a.m. and my brain's all over the place. I'm getting these you know when you wake up and you get these negative thoughts like, oh, can't be fucked doing this, can't be fucked doing that. You have to fight through this initial fog to get into your flow state. Once I'm like 5 minutes into recording a video, I don't get these random stressful, anxiety, awkward thoughts from like high school. That awkward moment when I had that awkward encounter with a girl. I don't get that. When I'm in the flow state, none of that shit comes to mind. And if it does, like if I just mention it, it doesn't phase me. It's just a matter of fighting through the fog and passing that initial phase of you just trying to do that level 2 of speaking to a stranger. Once you pass that, you're in the flow, you get the ball rolling. Like me making videos. I've just recorded this for like 30 minutes now and I want to keep going. I'm in my flow state with recording videos. I feel so good now. I want to keep pushing forward. I want to record another 2 videos after this because I've passed that hard initial phase of, yeah, when the feelings of like awkwardness might be at their highest. The feelings of like awkwardness might be at their highest. Your confidence might not be its highest. You have to pass that. So start small, whether it be videos, gym, socially. I guess this video is about how to improve your social skills. So start small. Rock up to these events, speak to people, speak to guys you know, speak to your friends. Then, okay, I've ticked that box. What's the next level? How can I promote myself to get into my flow state? Speak to people who I don't really speak to often. Tick that. Let's speak to a stranger next. Bang. You've got the ball rolling. You're not even going to you're never going to have to watch videos like this ever again because now you know the blueprint how to get into your social flow state. Take action. Quick actionable step for you. Ask yourself, have I ever set any goals? Quick actionable step for you. Ask yourself, have I ever set any goals specifically about talking to new people? If no, write down a goal you can accomplish in a week. Now, pause this video, write down this goal, get a piece of paper, get your phone, whatever, type it down, write it down. Write down a goal right now because if you don't set goals for yourself, this video was the biggest fucking waste of your time. Why did you watch this video if you're not going to take action on it? I just taught you and gave you this education. If you don't do anything with it, I honestly couldn't care. Whatever. You're just a viewer at the end of the day. You didn't take action, whatever. I care about the guys and people who take action on my learnings. It can be a goal as simple as I'm going to speak to 3 new guys at the gym this week. And if you can accomplish that and tick that box, bro, you're never going to have to watch videos like this ever again. Take action, please.